Alright, what's up guys? So today we're doing word assignment 4. First thing I want to do is open up word assignment 4, which I already have done. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, at the bottom of the assignment, find this table and set a left tab at a half mark and a right tab at 0.5. Alright, we're going to make it kind of look like this here. So when I scroll down, you can see this is our assignment for today. Scroll down here, and I want to help this document out. Alright? Alright, so the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure I highlight each row that I want to set the tab at. Remember, these are our tabs here. These are called indents. Left indent, right indent, and then we have our tabs that we can select over here. Currently, I'm selected on my left tab. Alright? So I'm going to set my left tab at 0.5, change it. Alright, this is my center tab. I need my right tab. Okay, I'm going to set that at 5.5. Alright, now all I have to do is click on each of these and tab them over. Alright, tab these guys over. And then go ahead and tab my other information that needs to be on the right hand side. Alright, so I have my format marker on right now so you guys can see it's only one tab. Alright, there's only one arrow. Alright, I'm going to turn this off. Now I want to do some shading. I want this table to be shaded. Leave the heading out of it. Alright, so to do this, I'm going to go to Design. Alright, and into the Design tab, I can go to Page Borders. Alright, now in Page Borders, it takes me directly to the page border. Alright, this is going to show me a border, once again, around my page, not what I'm looking for. I want to put a border around that selected information. And you can see right here, it says Select Apply to Paragraph. Alright, I like the shadow one. I'll go ahead and select that one, and then go ahead and add some color to it. I would highly recommend using one of these lighter colors than one of the darker ones. Nah, that's a little too light. There we go. Alright, so now my information's in the box. One thing that I've noticed is, there's all this space right here that kind of looks, takes away from my presentation. So I am going to simply just break this down here a little bit with my indents. Whoa, not that far, buddy. What did I do? We'll just hit the undo button and pretend none of that ever happened. Alright. Stop right about there. Alright. So as you can see, we've accomplished steps 2 and 3 now. So I'll bold those to get rid of them. Now we're going to find every occurrence of Mendenhall. Alright. And replace it with Mendenhall. Just changing the A and the E. Maybe there was a misspelling that I thought his name was spelled that way, or the location was. So go up here, and you can see Mendenhall's all over the place. So back in my Home tab, replace Mendenhall with Mendenhall. Alright. Go and hit Replace All, and we can see that 4 have been replaced. Once again, we need to find every occurrence of Treadwell and replace that with Treadwell. 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 Place all 3. We're good to go. Alright, so we're done with steps 4 and 5 now. Now, it says select the heading Visitor Attractions and the 3 paragraphs below it and the blank line below the 3 paragraphs, and then move the selected text before the heading Visitor Center. Alright, simple enough, right? So let's hop in here. We need Visitor Attractions. Go ahead and highlight this. It said it wants this extra line down here, so don't forget about that guy. Go ahead, and I'm actually going to use the cut feature. Alright, go up to Visitor Center and paste. Alright, now make sure that our spacing stays consistent. Alright, I actually need to add a space and delete a space to make sure that it looks good all the way through. Alright, now there is another way we can do that, and let me just show you. So I have my visitor attractions all highlighted. If I just want to click and drag, alright, you can see that takes care of it as well. Alright, so back to our assignment here. we've accomplished this one. Note, make sure there's a blank line in between all sections and between each paragraph, but keeping the headings single spaced above the paragraphs. Alright guys, just to remind you guys, this right here is single space. Okay, this line right here, that's where we're talking about the double space. Alright, the blank line. So, we're done with this guy as well. Number 7, change the line spacing of history paragraph to 1.5 times spaced. Do not include the title. Change the paragraph only. Alright, indent the first line to half. For visitor attractions paragraph, increase the indent of these paragraphs to 1 and make the right indent 0.5 and fully justify the text. Alright, let's see if I can remember that all. So, hop up here to history. I'm going to highlight this paragraph. Go to my line spacing and change this to 1.5. Alright, said it wanted fully justified, so we'll go ahead and justify that. And indent our first line there. Now, I just hit the tab button. The tab is going to indent it automatically a half an inch. Another way about doing that, guys, is simply taking this top and jutting that thing over. Okay, our next thing we want to do is we want to highlight these three. Oh, we got a little error there. We'll highlight these 3 paragraphs, and now it wants us to set the indent, alright, for all 3 of these paragraphs at 1 inch. So we want to move this whole paragraph over an inch. Now grant, I am taking the square. If you pull up this bottom triangle, ooh, you see that we get a hanging indent. Whoops, that top one moves the top line, but the full square moves everything. And then this little guy over here will move over a half an inch. Once again, it wants us to fully justify this. Looks much more clean with that solid edge right there. And I believe we're done with that section. Alrighty, so we're done with number 7 now. Going to go ahead and bold this. Now it wants us to change the font for the headings of history to something different. Make it 14-point font, bold it, change the spacing to be 12, and use the format painter to change the other headings. We got this. Alright, so here's history. Change it to 14. I like using this little up guy. What one looks decent? Let's use this guy. Alrighty. So now I need to change the space afterwards. So every time that I hit enter, there's a 12-point space in between. Alright. I don't use this often. I don't use it pretty much at all. So we'll go ahead and take our format painter. Since that's selected, our Broadway 14-point font is up there. All I need to do is take my little format painter. Whoop! Whoa! Got a little carried away. Try it again. Just select what you want adjusted. Once again. Now my whole thing doesn't have to be selected. I can simply click within there. Click format painter. Alright, it just stays highlighted, so that's the reason it's doing that. Museums. And lastly, points of interest. Alright, we have one more step to go. We have to add a header containing your name and the hour on the right. So, a few ways we can do this. I'm just going to double click up in the header. Go to home. Put in the right. Brandon Glenn Egnarski. And I am an hour. Awesome. Alright. At this point in time, I'd say, well, close out of here. I'd say, hey, yo, Mystery, I'm finished with my assignment. Please come check me off. I'd come over and check it and be like, gosh, you're the best student ever. Thank you so much for doing that. All right, guys. Hopefully that helped you out. Hopefully you get this done. Have a great day. Bye.